So ever since it was revealed that a Mass Effect TV show is getting worked on over at Amazon, I've been thinking to myself about how this could turn out. But as it's most likely still in very early development, what I want to do today is basically just give my own 2 cents about what I think would be for the best for a possible Mass Effect adaptation for the big screen. Now, for those of you who usually hang out on my live streams, you already know what I think needs to be done here. Oh, and streams are on Mondays here on YouTube and every other day on Twitch. Alright, so what's the big secret here? What do I think that the Mass Effect TV show needs to do to be successful? Well, it's actually rather simple. It needs to start with the First Contact War. And for the uninitiated, the First Contact War is essentially the event that sets up the Mass Effect universe. However, throughout the Mass Effect franchise, we only ever hear about how the First Contact War started and how it ended. Now, there are several reasons to why I think the First Contact War is the perfect setting to start a Mass Effect show off on. First of all, we don't have to deal with Commander Shepard just yet, because Shepard just simply hasn't been born yet. Secondly, starting out at the point where humanity first gets introduced to the galaxy is a perfect way to get new fans, because just like the characters, you would be seeing the Turians, the Asari, the Krogan, and the Solarians, and so on for the first time. Thirdly, there are several key characters that appear throughout the Mass Effect franchise that are all veterans of the First Contact War. There's that comic called Mass Effect Evolution, where we explore a small splinter of the conflict through the eyes of one Jack Harper, aka the Elusive Man. And aside from the Elusive Man, we have people like that of Shepard's mentor, Captain David Anderson. But we also have another key character that appears in the games. This being none other than Admiral Stephen Hackett, who you could basically say is the dude spearheading the defense of humanity. And hell, why not just cast Henry Cavill as the role of Stephen Hackett? I mean, he looks the part, don't you think? Yeah, I know he's like 40 or something right now, but just slap some makeup on there and nobody will ever notice. Now, what I personally think could be a really cool thing to see is that of a pair of relatively young guys, that of one Stephen Hackett and one David Anderson, as they enlist in the Alliance military, and through their eyes, and other characters of course, we get to experience that one relatively short but intense conflict between the humans and the Turians. Hell, the First Contact War only has to last for 1 season, because canonically the war only lasted for like 3 months. But after that, we could move on to other things that happened between the First Contact War and that of Shepard's story, or hell, even just go straight to the main story of the Mass Effect games. But the First Contact War is, in my opinion, the perfect opportunity to play around with the idea of a long-running Mass Effect show. If it blows up and becomes hugely successful, you can just keep doing Mass Effect stuff for TV. And on the opposite end, if it fails miserably in terms of viewing numbers, you can just stop right there and have it be a 1-season show. And because the details of the conflict itself is rather sparse, you could just fill it up with a bunch of stuff that happens through the show. As long as you stick with it, beginning with humanity's encounter with the Turians and then ending with humanity getting introduced to the rest of the Citadel species. But that's just my idea for a story, and if you have a better one, then let me know in the comments below. Mr. Olton, signing out.